Some breaking news out of Buckingham Palace. The Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, is pregnant.
What if I told you the Princess of Wales just made an announcement that nobody saw coming? Not even the photographers who track her every move. After battling cancer, enduring months of private hell, and barely making it back to public life, Kate Middleton is pregnant with her fourth child. But here's what nobody's talking about. The timing is suspicious. King Charles is deteriorating. The monarchy needs stability. And Kate just went through chemotherapy less than a year ago. So what's really going on behind palace walls? Stay until the end, because what we uncovered about William's role in all this will shock you. Let's rewind to the moment everything changed. Buckingham Palace released a statement that sent shockwaves across Britain. Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, is expecting her fourth child. On the surface, pure joy. A growing family, another royal baby. But scratch beneath that polished exterior and you'll find something far more complex. Here's what makes this different. Less than 12 months ago, Kate admitted she had cancer. She underwent chemotherapy. The nation watched her disappear from public view for months, sparking wild conspiracy theories about everything from divorce to palace rebellions. And now, she's pregnant again. Medical experts are whispering concerns. Royal insiders are raising eyebrows. The public is asking, is this safe? Is this wise? Or is this something else entirely? A strategic move by a monarchy desperate for good news. The questions keep mounting. How did she hide this pregnancy from the world's most invasive paparazzi? Why announce now when King Charles's health is making daily headlines? What does this mean for William, who's been carrying the weight of two sick family members? The palace isn't answering, but we will. Here's what most people don't know about Kate's journey through motherhood. When she was pregnant with George in 2013, she didn't just have morning sickness. She had hyperemesis gravidarum, a condition so severe it hospitalizes women. Imagine being so violently ill you can't stand, can't eat, can't function, all while the entire world watches and waits. But Kate did something revolutionary. She refused to suffer in silence like royal women before her. She spoke openly about her pain. She admitted she was struggling, and she discovered hypnobirthing, a technique that uses focused breathing and mental resilience to manage excruciating physical pain. Think about that for a second. A princess, born into ultimate privilege, choosing to be brutally honest about the hardest parts of pregnancy. No sugarcoating, no performance. During a 2020 interview, Kate revealed something even more personal. She craved pickles on toast, made homemade curries at her parents' house in Bucklebury, and there were days she felt completely overwhelmed. This wasn't just refreshing, it was radical. For centuries, royal births followed a cold, scripted formula. Appear at the hospital, smile for cameras, pretend nothing hurt. Maintain the illusion of effortless perfection. Kate shattered that illusion. She showed the world that even princesses struggle, that motherhood is messy and painful and beautiful all at once. And William, he was there for every moment, the quiet hero holding her hand through the worst of it. Which brings us to something crucial most people overlook. Let's talk about Prince William for a moment, because his role in this story is criminally underreported. While Kate carried the physical burden of pregnancy under global scrutiny, William carried everything else. Here's what that actually looked like. When Kate was too sick to take George to his first day of school, William was there, straightening his son's collar, taking the photos, being both parents at once. When Charlotte needed comfort at night during Kate's illness, William was the one pacing the halls, whispering reassurances. When the guinea pigs needed feeding, yes, the royals have guinea pigs, William handled it. But here's the part that will break your heart. There's a photograph Kate took of William on a beach, mid-leap with their children. All of them suspended in air, laughing. That single image captures something profound, a man desperately trying to create normal, joyful moments in a life defined by duty and tragedy. William learned from his mother, Princess Diana, that the best parenting happens eye to eye. She used to kneel down to speak with him and Harry. She took them to homeless shelters instead of just ribbon-cutting ceremonies. She made them feel seen. Now William does the same. Pizza at football matches, cricket games in the backyard, messy volunteering where Louis gets dirt on his royal outfit. But in 2024, everything changed. William became a caretaker in ways he never imagined. His father got cancer. His wife got cancer. The two most important people in his life were fighting for survival, and he had to hold everything together for three confused, frightened children. George watched with quiet understanding beyond his years. Charlotte smiled bravely. Louis, the youngest, simply couldn't comprehend why mommy wasn't there. And through it all, William showed up. Every hospital visit, every sleepless night, every public appearance where he had to smile and pretend everything was fine. That's not just duty, that's love. March 2024, the announcement that stopped Britain cold. Kate Middleton, in a video that felt more like a confession than a statement, revealed she had cancer. Her voice trembled. Her eyes betrayed months of hidden fear. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, she said. At the time, it was thought my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful, but tests revealed cancer had been present. The nation was stunned. For weeks, Kate had vanished. No appearances, no photos, just deafening silence that spawned 1,000 conspiracy theories. People speculated about affairs, plastic surgery, mental breakdowns, even palace coups. The truth was far darker and far more human. She was fighting for her life. Behind palace doors, William became a completely different person. He shuttled between his father's treatment and his wife's chemotherapy. He fielded questions from children too young to understand but old enough to be terrified. He maintained composure at state functions while his world was collapsing. Then something remarkable happened. Letters poured into Buckingham Palace, thousands of them, strangers sharing their own cancer stories, offering prayers, sending love. Banners appeared in shop windows across Britain. "We love you, Kate." The monarchy, so often criticized as cold and distant, suddenly felt achingly human. And then, just when everyone wondered if she'd ever return, Kate reappeared, trooping the colour, June 2024. The crowd's reaction was instant. Gasps, tears, thunderous applause. She stood on that balcony beside William and their children, and for a brief, shining moment, it felt like hope had returned. Look closely at the footage and you'll see it. Kate leaning slightly toward William, his hand steady on the small of her back. The unspoken communication between two people who've survived hell together. This wasn't just a ceremonial appearance, it was a declaration. We're still here, we're still standing, you haven't broken us. So here we are, 2025, Kate has recovered, William has held everything together, and now, a fourth baby. Let's be honest about what this means. Medically, this is complicated. Pregnancy after chemotherapy requires careful monitoring. The body needs time to heal. Doctors typically recommend waiting at least a year. Is Kate ready? Physically? Emotionally? The palace insists yes, but royal protocols have never prioritized women's health over optics. Here's what we know for certain. This baby represents more than just an expansion of the Cambridge family. It's a symbol, a middle finger to the illness that tried to derail Kate's life. A statement that fear doesn't get the final word. Think about what this child will mean to George, Charlotte, and Louis, another sibling, another playmate, another anchor of normalcy in their highly abnormal lives. For William and Kate, this is their way of reclaiming the future. After a year of confronting mortality, of hospital corridors and chemotherapy and uncertainty, they're choosing life. They're choosing growth. They're choosing hope. But it won't be easy. 4 children, 2 aging parents with cancer, the weight of an entire monarchy's future, the relentless scrutiny of a public that loves them one day and tears them apart the next. How do you balance all of that? The answer, surprisingly, comes from the most unlikely place: Kate's own parents. Carol and Michael Middleton have been the invisible support system holding this family together. While William juggled royal duties and Kate's treatment, Carol was there, steadying the children, offering counsel, providing the kind of unconditional family support that no palace staff can replicate. This fourth baby will be born into that support system, into a family that's been tested and hasn't broken. So, what's the real story here? It's not just about a fourth royal baby, it's about resilience. It's about a woman who faced death and chose to keep living fully. It's about a man who held his family together when everything was falling apart. It's about 3 children who watched their mother disappear and come back stronger. Here's what the palace won't tell you. Kate's pregnancy is a gamble, medically, emotionally, politically, but it's also a testament to something the monarchy desperately needs right now: hope. King Charles is aging, his health is uncertain. The institution itself feels fragile, caught between centuries of tradition and a modern world that increasingly questions its relevance. Kate and William, with their growing family, represent continuity. They represent a future where royalty feels human, accessible, real. This fourth child will grow up in a different world than George, a world where mommy talked openly about cancer, where daddy cried during hard moments, where mental health matters, where vulnerability isn't weakness. That's the real revolution happening inside Kensington Palace. Not the titles, not the ceremonies, but the quiet, radical act of being honest, of showing up, of choosing love over duty, humanity over protocol, life over fear. So will this baby be a boy or girl? Will Kate's pregnancy be smooth or complicated? Will the monarchy survive another generation? We'll have to wait and see, but one thing is certain, Kate Middleton has already won. She survived, she returned, and now she's bringing new life into a world that tried to take hers away. That's not just royal news, that's the most human story of all. What do you think? Is Kate making the right choice? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this story moved you, subscribe, because the real journey is just beginning.